You want to be able to be easily shown up in a search when someone searches your name. So your biography name, so like right here, you can include what you do. That will help you show up in the search too. So if someone is searching health coach, Joanna would show up. Mine, you can have massage in here. I ran out of characters for my name. You only get so many characters for your business name. But you want to make sure what you do is in the name, the biography name.
What about using hashtags?
Save questions till the end. You can use hashtags down here. I would.
Within the bio?
Yeah.
Maybe like one or sorry.
I would not recommend it. I really wouldn't recommend it. Because it's just a waste of space. It won't show up anywhere. Okay, so profile picture. You want it to be clear and bright, and preferably you. You can have your logo, but it's going to be better if it's a person as your picture. You want to be able to see your eyes, because people trust when they can see your eyes. They trust you more.
Michelle, what did you say your Instagram name is, or your handle?
My handle is Body Ache Escape. The handles are up here through the pictures. So the biography, you want to clearly explain what you do for your clients, what's in it for them, why they should follow you. This is not a time to really brag unless it's telling them why they should follow you. You can use emojis to make it attractive on the eye. So for Joanna here, she says she helps frustrated women heal their guts. Specific, clear, that's why you follow her. Subi says she is the Instagram expert, and if you go to her YouTube, you can see a tutorial video every Monday. And for ours, we have that we're pain relief experts. We future-proof your body, and we can help you feel better for life, not just an hour. So the call to action is next, and that is contained within the biography. So at the end of this biography, you want to have a call to action, why they should click on your link, because you get one link. So a lot of times people will create freebies, an ebook, some sort of clickbait to make them want to go to your website. This is how you begin to monetize your account, by getting people off of Instagram onto your website. I use something called Linktree. And I like to use that. There's mixed reviews about using that. I'll show you guys what Linktree looks like. So Linktree, one link takes you to a page with a bunch of other links. Now I like using this because it shows me how many times each of these buttons has been clicked. Some people say they want to only use one link to not distract people. But in my posts, I talk about several different things. So I don't want to only use one link. I want them to be able to find that shower brush I talked about in a couple posts back, or the last blog post that I mentioned, and also schedule an appointment. So I know that this button was clicked 74 times last month. That's pretty cool. So if you're having trouble creating any of these elements, I'd be happy to meet one-on-one with you after. We can schedule something. All right, let's go to posts, or profile functions. Profile functions are posts, stories, live, IGTV, and highlights. Instagram favors accounts that use all of their features and functions. And by favor, when I say Instagram likes and Instagram favors, that means that you're going to get shown to your followers. Instagram only shows your post to a small fraction of your followers, unless they like you, then they'll show you more. It's kind of crappy, but that's how it works. So Instagram favors engagement. When your posts get engagement, Instagram knows that people like you. Engagement is measured by likes, comments, views, shares, direct messages, tapping stickers or sliders, voting on polls, length of time viewing each post, asking questions to the followers, and swiping up, which becomes available after you hit 10,000 followers. Now with that in mind, let's talk about posts. I'm gonna send you all these slides. You don't have to waste time taking pictures. Okay. Your posts should do one of three things. It should either be directed to grow your account, sell your account or products, services, or build your brand. And I put this in a Venn diagram because they do overlap. It's not just gonna be one of these, they're gonna overlap. So, you do not always wanna be selling in every single post. Nobody likes that. People crave authentic connection, and they wanna get to know you. So a grow post drives people to your account. It encourages people to comment and share. And this would be something that might go viral. So by viral, I mean it gets a lot of attention by people who are not your followers. So a funny meme or a great quote is a great way to go viral. You can also post something that asks a question to get people engaged. Like, if we created blank, would you be interested? I shared this cute little baby getting a massage, and it went a little bit viral. We had a lot less followers then, so that was impressive numbers to me. And then Boss Babes is an account I follow, and this funny one is their #1 viral post. I think it got 900,000 views. So a build your brand post highlights your story, life, and results. This is the type of post that describes how you have helped your clients or the value that you bring to the world. It sets you up as the authority. For us, it is posts that demonstrate stretches and self-care techniques. In this post, Lewis Howes, he's a podcast superstar of sorts. He is describing his Olympian dreams, setting him up as the authority in sports. So you do want to have some posts that directly sell. That's why we're here, to monetize our account. So selling content focuses on the problem that your ideal client has and your solution for it. It has strong call to actions at the end. Very direct. So you might not be able to see these, but the Fit Blonde says, exercise with me anywhere, anytime, enroll now to start your 7-day free trial. And Jasmine Star has a little bit different sell. She's selling a position within her company. And she says where to go to apply and to tag a friend who might be interested. So those are her call to actions. You want to have
Michelle, I do have a question about that particular post. I'm really new to Instagram, and from my experience, it's basically essentially just uploading pictures rather than something that would be a doc that would have like text. Have they made changes now where you can do what she basically did, is put text to advertise like a job wanted? Because that's something that I actually don't know how to do.
okay.
And I don't know if we're gonna go into that or not.
No, probably not. This is more of like an Instagram 102. But you may pick it up along the way.
Okay,
It is images uploaded, but the caption is the text
okay,
down here.
okay, gotcha.
So, you want to have a good mix of all three, the grow, sell, and build your brand. And I can help you strategize later if you would like me to help you. Now, you want your post to be in one of these 5 categories. So you're gonna have your grow, your build your brand, and your sell, but you want them to be one of these 5 things. You want them to be entertaining, educating, instructing, inspiring, motivating, or controversial. And you might say, what do you mean by controversial? Well, Chalene Johnson is really good at coming up with controversial posts. She takes a strong opinion on something and creates a post around it. It's not something political, it's just fun, cheeky. In this post, You might wonder why she was outraged or offended. She was offended that her buddy Sean T's kids were so cute. So that might be considered controversial to some, I don't know. She tried to make it controversial. All right, so before creating your posts, you want to consider the aesthetic of your grid. The grid is all pictures. So these are some pretty grids that I found. And when a grid is pretty, it makes you want to go back to that account a lot to see what they're up to. At least it does for me. So you want to pick a color scheme that you stick to. As you can see here, she uses a lot of turquoise, orange, warm colors. Over here it's pink and tan and white. You want to pick a certain font style to stick to if you're posting quotes, maybe 3 different fonts that you rotate between, and you want to use the same kind of filter. So she's using more of a warm tone filter. This is more of a white filter. And utilizing blank space in your pictures will help it be pleasing to the eye when people look at your grid. So by blank space, I mean here, let's see, this is all blank space. Creates it not so busy so people can see what you're posting. Planoly is one of the apps that is great for planning your grid. It helps you see what it's going to look like.
How's it spelled?
Planoly. Planoly. That's the most popular one. I use Later too. Or I use Later.
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 Later shares awesome tips.
Yeah.
Subscribe to their email.
Yes. It's deep. It's deep. This is commitment, people. All right. Your posts can be 1 picture, it can be 1 1-minute video, or it can be up to 10 pictures or 10 1-minute videos. When you post multiple pictures, that is called a carousel, and Instagram likes that because it keeps people on their platform longer. So they will reward you by showing you to more of your followers. If you have a longer video, there is an app called Storycutter. All these apps that I'm telling you about are on Android. They're equally or better on iPhone, so just do a search and it'll pop up. So Storycutter is what I use on Android, and that is what you can use to split your video into segments. Wow. So, you can have 2 types of content in your posts, one or the other. You can have original content your own, or curated content, which is the easy way. Might be a good way to start. Original, you can get ideas from other accounts. You can I use a website called Canva, C-A-N-V-A, to create content. It's good for quotes, or if you want to put a color tint on your picture, or make it square. Canva is a good resource for that. You can hire a photographer. Photographers really aren't as expensive as you might think to do a photo shoot for the day. You want to bring a couple changes of clothes and get most bang out of your buck for the photographer. You do not want to use stock images. People scroll right through thinking it's a sponsored ad, so you won't get a lot of likes. Remember, people want authentic connections, so they want to see you, they want to see your own pictures. Now, curated content, and I'm hoping that my Zoom is still linked up, because I want to show you guys how to do this. Curated content is content that you find from someone else. Now, you can do this by going to the Discover page. The Discover page is the magnifying glass at the bottom of your Instagram account. Right here. That's how you would get to the Discover page. Now let's see. Hopefully I'll be able to share my screen and show you guys how to do it.
party trick.
Alright. Technology does work sometimes. Okay. Here's my Instagram. So, to get to the Discover page, you hit the magnifying glass. So here's all the posts that are like the posts that I've liked. So similar to content that I have liked. Might be a little bit too much insight onto my Instagram life. So I'm gonna scroll down through here and see one that might go with my grid. So this one has blue in it. My grid is a lot of blue. So I have already downloaded an app called the Regram app. It is an app that shares posts to your Instagram feed. Copies the posts and shares them. Does this make sense? Hopefully. So how you do this is you open the Regram app, then move on, go back to your Instagram, and you click the 3 dots in the upper right hand corner. Right here. Those 3 dots open another window, and I'm going to click copy link. Link is copied, and it is downloading into my Regram app.
And yours is literally called Regram?
It's literally called Regram. So then I go to my Regram, and it is right there. So I can click on that, and it has already loaded all the caption right in there. I would suggest changing the caption, unless it's really good. But you always want to give attribution to the person who posted. Always give them credit. You don't have to ask them if you're giving them credit. This is what Instagram is sharing, and they want to get attention, so they won't be mad. But always leave that there. I would change the hashtags too, because they might get mad. We'll talk about that. So, if you don't want to go into all the hassle right now of Regram, you can hit this little ribbon icon at the bottom, and that will save the post to your Instagram. So how you can get back to that, to all these saved posts, is you click bottom right to get to your grid. You click the 3 lines, and hopefully you see like I see saved right here. You click on that, and you see the app right here, or the post.